What's the worst way someone tried to flirt with you? Turn you on. At my wife's funeral, one of her friends told me to let her know if I needed a blow job. In front of the urn. Kissed me out of the blue. Not a bad thing in and of itself. I was into her, she was into me, and she knew how shy I was, so she made the first move. The issue was that shortly before she kissed me, she had eaten a Snickers bar. I'm allergic to peanuts. A very middle-aged and, there is no better word for this, and I wish there were, swollen lady walked up to me at a bar and said, "I want you to rearrange my guts with your cock." Then she slowly walked to the men's bathroom, and I quickly walked out the front door. I haven't been back to a bar solo ever since. Are you cheering for an Airbnb collapse? Why or why not? I just want multifamily housing to be legalized in my area, man. Yes, definitely, absolutely. Airbnb plays a role in the housing crisis that many cities suffer from. I can hardly believe the fees and taxes Airbnb charges these days. It makes it more expensive than a hotel. Yes, but not across the board. I want it to collapse for those that bought a house, just to put it on Airbnb. Many of those homes are in neighborhoods that don't want weekly renters showing up. People, families put a lot into their homes and want a good neighborhood with other friends and families. I hope these people lose it all after trying to make a buck on other people's efforts. No one wants to live next to a hotel. If people are renting out a room in their house, like it was in the beginning, I'm all for this approach. What would be the absolute worst thing to hear on a first date? I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. If anyone asks, I've been with you for the past 6 hours. Made 10 times worse if you overheard your date saying this to someone else. I'm a full-on rapist. You know, dyslexics, children, Africans, that sort of thing. I'm just here to make my ex jealous. There he is. Laugh if I said something funny. Did you know the Earth is flat? Does it look like we are over 100 yards from that school? It's been wonderful and I really think we got a connection, but I'm also leaving the country for 6 months, lol. Been there. Fellas, don't wait. You know you can make money at home and be your own boss? You're not as sexy as your mom. Why the fuck did they stop putting buttons on T.V.s? Why get rid of the power button? They don't. There isn't a TV made without a power button. I mean really, if you misplace the remote while watching a show, and are ready to go to bed, and want to turn the TV off. Like WTF Vizio? Bro, seriously. I have a smart TV I got like 3 years ago and I lost the remote and had no way to try and connect it to Wi-Fi because the 2 buttons they had only went up and down. More technology, more problems sometimes, man, damn. Edit. Thank you so much for the genius suggestions of reading the manual or buying a remote. I did read a manual. I did buy a remote. At the time I moved and wanted to watch TV at my new place. But had no remote to connect to Wi-Fi and had no buttons to connect to Wi-Fi. That's all. Under what circumstance would you get naked with your friends? It is the unwritten rule for birthday blowjobs. When it is your birthday and your bros give you your birthday blowjob, the birthday boy is naked. Chemical hazard contamination. Nude beach, sauna, German or Hungarian bath. Orgy. As long as the nudity itself is not so much the main point, whenever the situation calls for it. Unless the context calls for it, I don't mind nudity really. If we're walking around in the sewer and a wall of water is about to come by. And a new thundergun is out. If anyone brought it up when I was hanging with friends, I'd be down. Sauna and let loose weekends. Skinny dipping. This is the only case I've done it before, not counting friends of a more specific type. Depends on which friends.